Good morning friends. So in continuation with our previous SSB series, today we are going to discuss on a very simple yet critical test which is known as self-description test. So self-description test is one of the last tests in the psychological test series. It is usually conducted after TAT, WAT and SRTs. So why it is conducted in the last? Because the psychologists want to know whether in the previous test the candidate has not lied and was truthful about the experience. This test gives an idea to the psychologist on how deep knowledge has the candidate regarding his own personality and how his friends and families perceive him as a person. This test is usually conducted for a duration of 10 to 15 minutes, and the usual headings under which you have to write something about yourself has many points. For example, what is the personal opinion about yourself? What does your parents think of you? What does your friends think of you? What does your teacher think of you? So these are some usual questions which you have to write in a description for this test. So we'll go through a sample for each one of the questions, and you will have an idea that how you should write about yourself. So here are some tips for the self-description test which you should follow for a better score. The first is listen to the instructions given by the psychologist very carefully. Second is emphasis on your personality traits. Next one is be strict on what you are. Don't make any fake assumptions or fake self-description during the personal interview. Mention your positive traits such as enthusiastic, hardworking, leadership skills and diligent, etc. Talk briefly about where you grew up and your surroundings. Always remember that you should use appropriate language and grammar and avoid sharing any negative points. Now we will go through some samples which you can hear and understand that how you should write your self-description test. So there will be few points like how your parents perceive you. So you should include some points like how bright child you are or how well you are in academics, and if not very great in academics, how all-rounder person you are. So you should write something about this. You can also include like your parents think that you can handle difficult tasks alone, and you can be burdened or shouldered with some responsibilities, maybe of home, office or anything, and your parents always consider your opinions before making any decision which is related to the full family. Next we should discuss is how your teachers think of you, or what does your teachers think about you. So this should include some points like how well mannered you are, how disciplined you are, maybe how active you are in classroom and outdoor activities, or something about your honesty. Next points covers what your friends thinks about you. So you can include points like how cooperative and how helping nature you have, how joyful you are and how lively you are as a person. Your friends like to spend time with you, share their joys and sorrows with you. And the last point is what does your own self think about you. So it should include like maybe I'm not very good in academics, but at least I'm an all-rounder person. I love sports. Or some points like I like to challenge my flaws. I take them as opportunities for a better learning. Whatever task I am assigned or I choose, I do it with complete honesty and dedication, and I try to finish it as soon as possible. And last should be nobody's perfect. So even I have flaws, but I at least accept them and I work very hard to overcome them. So these are some samples and some points which you should include in your self-descriptive test during the SSB interview. There will be a point where you will have to write about your aim in life and some qualities you would like to improve. So you can write like you wanted to be an army officer, it is your childhood dream and you have grew up with this dream, and how dedicated and how devoted and how passionate you are to achieve this dream. So you should elaborate something about this. You could also write that what are your shortcomings or where would you like to improve. You can say something like I have not done very great in academics, but I'm involved in many social activities, NCC and some other camps which made me learn some leadership skills, communication skills and various other skills which is very useful during the army. So all these points you should cover. So try to beautify this self-description test as much as you can, because the psychologist usually makes opinion during the first 90 seconds of the test, and you need to be just confident and very fluent during your test. So I hope this adds some value in your self-descriptive test. In our next video, we'll continue with this SSB series, and some great topic will be introduced by some another faculty. So till then, all the best.